I like this thing because it's, I don't know if you can tell, but it's.
I could tell.
when you're wandering through the jungle.
Yep.
The rogue log falls down on you.
Wow. Hold on. All right, baby. Welcome back
Welcome out.
to your own studio.
Welcome out. Glad to have you here.
86,
Mhm.
but don't 86 this. Meaning you should watch the episode.
What does 86 mean?
You never heard of 86 it?
No.
So
Cut it out?
the term, yeah, so 86 it was part of the jargon used by soda jerks. I knew I was going to be saying that today, so I wanted to make sure I knew what I was talking about.
Soda jerks.
Yeah, that part doesn't really make sense. Walter Winchell wrote about this in 1933 in his syndicated on Broadway column. In this, the code 13 meant that a boss was around, 81 was a glass of water, and 86 meant all out of it. So what I've learned it from, what people know it from, I don't think is from the guy who started saying it first. I think it's very common in kitchens.
Oh. So we're 86 out of French bread.
French bread is 86.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting you say the thing about some soda jerks.
Yeah.
There's a company in Pensacola, I think it's called Big Jerk Soda Company. Yeah. And I was like, what? Like, why would they call themselves Big Jerk? But that must mean like someone who dabbles in the arts of making soda.
Yeah, I guess so.
Interesting.
You're a
Kinda
jerk.
Cool. We're already got a random fact. We're not even a minute in.
Shit, son.
Heck yeah.
Woo!
I got so much random crap written down. It's ridiculous.
Well, fucking New Year's is upon us.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
You know, guess the statistic of how many people keep their New Year's resolutions through the year.
Oh my gosh.
Or what percentage of people? It's insane.
7%?
9%.
Yeah.
Don't be a statistic.
That's the people that lie about it too. It's probably actually like 1.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. So the gym tomorrow, or wait, not tomorrow. The gym on Monday. It's gonna be absurd.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's always fun to go in there. That's when, if you're gonna be the guy that's videoing people at the gym doing stupid stuff, that's the only time it's acceptable. Yeah. It's like the couple weeks after New Year's Eve. People just acting crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be buck wild in there for 72 hours.
It could be great for physical training.
I'm gonna have 1,000 clients.
Yeah.
For 5 days.
Business is about to be booming.
I know. I was thinking about maybe running a deal or something where I'm only accepting new clients right now if you pay like 3 months up front.
Yeah, that's the good idea.
Yeah.
So you're not wasting time with
like
people.
give a deal, but take 3 months up front.
Yeah, I think that's a really good idea.
So be like, yeah, if you give me $3,500 right now, you got this slot.
Mm-hmm. That's a good idea, because then you'll have people. You might miss out on people who would actually stay with you.
Yeah.
For someone who's going to be there for like a month, you know. Heck yeah. Did you think of that?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
What is that? Crazy to you? That
No, I didn't know if you
cognitively manipulated that.
No, I didn't know if you read like a how to be a good physical trainer book or something.
No,
it would be in that book though.
No, it popped in my brain.
Heck yeah. Solid.
Probably won't do it still.
What I wanted to ask you about is, I'm sure you've seen it somewhere on the internet about Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
Oh my. First off, I don't really care that much about Andrew Tate. I don't care what he does. Like I've read about him maybe once or twice. It's not this. It's not the story. It's the fact that I've seen that thing. I have seen that story on every social media as soon as I open the app, all day today, and like I think yesterday maybe too. I don't remember, but that's all I've seen. It's like, man, I just want to see someone surfing a wave or something when I get on Instagram.
Yeah.
Nope. You got to see. You have to look at 30 different memes.
Yeah, he's everywhere, dude.
It's ridiculous. Whether I don't know if it's true. I don't really care if it's true. But it's like, one, if it is true, that sucks. He's 100 times more famous now. 2, if it's not true, they just did Homeboy the biggest favor they could have done. You know, So like
And
everyone
they already did it with canceling him and stuff.
Yeah, everyone that hates him, it's like, dude, like just stop. Like you hate him so much, you're gonna make a meme about him and then retweet it, and then now he's 10,000 times more famous than he was.
People are so excited to jump on and be like, I fucking told you.
Yeah.
I think there's a bunch of conspiracies floating around with the situation. I personally like him. I don't agree with everything that he says.
Yeah.
But I think he's fucking hilarious. Most of the shit he says is like, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some
of the shit's like, God.
The videos that I've watched of him, probably a total of like 3 of them. They're all pretty funny. Like I think I saw like a minute clip of him on Full Send podcast, I think, when they were smoking the cigars. And he said something that was pretty funny. And then I saw him on Piers Morgan. That was actually really funny when he was on Piers Morgan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The majority of his hate comes from people on TikTok watching 15 seconds of him talk or whatever. I've consumed probably a day's worth of his content, like 24 hours of him just talking.
Yeah.
And there was definitely stuff where I was like, God damn it. That's so ridiculous that you would say that. But it definitely seems like he intentionally is pushing buttons.
Yeah.
The downside of it is very young teenage kids like taking everything without a grain of salt or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's like a problem. But well, then your kids on the internet.
Exactly.
There's a lot of terrible shit on there. He's the least of your fucking worries.
There's a lot worse stuff than Andrew Tate.
So I hope it's not true. And I hope it's treated as like innocent until proven guilty or whatever.
Yeah.
But shit's different in Romania. What is kind of sketchy is our U.S. embassy in Romania was the main part of taking him down.
What?
So that's sketch. Also, he is so goddamn rich. Why the hell would he be messing around doing illegal stuff?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I think
he owns a perfectly legal string like casinos.
I think it's more likely than anything. The U.S. Embassy thing, that's weird. I didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
I think it's more likely than anything that someone just like doxed him, probably.
Yeah.
That's probably the most likely.
Yeah, we'll see if he gets out. He's been tweeting from while in custody. He said the Matrix sent their agents. Tweeted it out.
Dude, maybe it's just a genius. He just hooked up with the local police. He's like, guys, just please arrest me.
Yeah, I mean I've been doing a lot of research on it, and a big thing with Romania is he says like how he loves it and stuff, but he says like it's a little bit corrupt, but everywhere is corrupt. But in Romania, it's very much like get off with a speeding ticket with a couple dollars or whatever, like that type of shit.
Yeah.
And so it's a bribable country. So
True.
Potentially, this is just throwing. It could be anything. Mm-hmm. But it's the U.S. that hates him the most.
Yeah.
He only talks highly of everywhere besides the U.S. Like he loves other countries. He loves Dubai. He's never said a negative thing about Romania ever. Mm-hmm. And if some other person came in and said, "Hey, I'll give you this much money if you arrest him and try to get some shit on him,"
True.
Those brothers. I mean, it's a possibility.
Yeah.
It's also a possibility that he was fucking housing bitches, you know? I'm not saying that's not possible.
Who knows, man?
Who fucking knows?
We'll see. He's undeniably entertaining, and this is undeniably going to be very entertaining to see what happens.
The video of him walking out of that bitch. Or if he's not walking out of that bitch, a free man, he's walking out in handcuffs to be transported to a prison.
Yeah.
He's going to be like this in his handcuffs. Straight face.
What is that?
That's his thing that he does.
Oh my
He always
God.
sits like this.
Oh, I see.
It's like, I guess his dad used to do it when he was a chess player.
Huh.
He would sit waiting for his turn. And he
Interesting.
just like adopted it.
Yeah.
Adopted it.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of his shit.
At least you're honest about it.
No, yeah,
I've
absolutely. Yeah. It's not like I go around like cheating on my girlfriend and fucking, because he doesn't preach that.
No.
Like he does. I'm also not like a malleable kid.
Yeah.
But
that's a good point. But
it's like, fuck, dude.
That's where the danger comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious to see. I'm just sick of seeing it. I'm not, though, secretly, you know. I'm like, I want to see what happens.
Almost every clip that pops up of him is hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How he speaks and like his tone of voice, just it works. You know, it's not like annoying. It's like captivating. Mm-hmm. You're like, okay, what's he? I'm gonna see what he's gonna say. His weird accent.
Yeah, that's the weirdest thing. It's like, what is he? What the heck is he saying?
He's like, I saw her coming from a mile away. I knew what she was going to say because I'm a judo master. And it's just like, it's so like,
It's like, yeah.
it's like, I'm a ninja. Fuck you, bitch.
So good.
Which, dude, I don't think he calls chicks bitches to their face.
Nah, there's no way.
Yeah, I don't think he does.
No one.
I think he's actually really nice to them.
Probably. Most likely. Yeah. I think we talked about this before on the podcast. The dude's just like he's going on the podcast. He's acting. He's not like that in real life. If he were like that in real life, like no one would ever be around. Like if you're like that in your day-to-day life, no one's gonna want to be around you. And he's already like he's got
absolutely
people around him all the time, and he's got like I think he's rich from what I've seen. So
he is rich.
You couldn't. There's no way you could cut a deal with anyone in any kind of business scenario if you actually acted like that.
We're pressing their buttons the whole time.
Exactly.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So
yeah. I mean, more often than not, people that interview him say like when they'll go on someone else's podcast, the interviewer will become an interviewee on another podcast, and they'll say, "What was it like interviewing Andrew Tate?" He's like, "Man, I fucking love the guy off camera, and I love him on camera, but he turns it on for the cameras."
Yeah, no, that's
so it's just like it is definitely different.
Yeah, I believe that. Sure.
He was saying, I don't know how recently, it was pretty recently, that he got a phone call and he answered. He said hello, and it was a recording of one of his phone calls being played to him in a phone call that he didn't know was being recorded.
Whoa.
And he's like, maybe I should tone it down a bit.
Yeah.
Because it to his post. Like,
oh my gosh. Dude. Yeah, that's gnarly.
That's what I mean. His security, like Rogan's security.
Yeah.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars a year just for Ben Shapiro.
Yeah. Dude, I bet Rogan and like Ben Shapiro and all those guys, I bet they have like specialized cell phones or something to where I don't even know. It's almost to the point with Rogan, he might even have like his own cell towers or something crazy.
Right?
You know, like just that.
I mean, he definitely has phones that only select people have the numbers of.
Yeah.
And it seems he pulls his phone out on his podcast sometimes, and it's just an iPhone 14.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It could be a special one.
Yeah.
I mean, you could mod an AK.
You never know what's inside of it.
You never know what's inside of it.
That's funny.
What kind of precious gems?
Yeah. Yeah, I would be curious to see like what, especially Joe Rogan specifically, just because he's just the amount of like influence he's amassed in the past 10 years it's absurd. And
The most, but Andrew Tate's the only other one that's done more or as much.
Yeah.
As far as eyes on me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How often? How frequently?
The thing that's different with Rogan though is like he could probably run for any local or state office and like probably get it. Or
I think so.
Have a really good chance of getting it. Maybe not president. I don't know about that, but like
Yeah.
just the amount of influence and power he has, where it's like, nah, he's not going to do that, but he could, and
right.
like, he would win.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just crazy. I don't know.
Absolutely.
Just that.
And he's just nothing he preaches could be taken as harmful. He gets some things wrong, and then if he realizes it, he'll like correct himself.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he does. But see, that's the fucking thing, right? He talks about doing drugs and all this shit all the time. There are 14-year-old boys that watch Joe Rogan, for sure. Millions of them. And they're not trying to cancel him for that.
Yeah. That's a good point.
But old Tate, man, just uses the word bitch more. It says, I would rather have a guy fly the plane I'm flying in than a girl.
Yeah.
It's like ruining our kids' lives. Joe Rogan's like, take DMT.
Yeah. Do it now. Here's how you cook it.
I think he does specify, like, wait till you're 25 or whatever. But
yeah,
still, it's a similar situation. Way less in your face.
Yeah. Do you think in the future, like, access to the World Wide Web will be like smoking and drinking, where you have to be 18 eventually?
It's so much easier to regulate smoking and drinking than it is for...
Yeah.
If it wasn't on your safety device, your cellular phone to get in touch with your parents.
Mm-hmm. See, part of me is like...
at school, it's like, fuck. It would be so much to
it would be almost impossible.
Yeah.
Because, like, half of me is like, yeah, like, that would be a really good thing to, like, restrict adolescents' access to the internet. But then with that, on the other flip side of that comes like extreme internet moderation, like firewalls.
Yeah.
So it would kind of be, you would have to like create a proxy internet, which is pretty much what we have now. It's not the real internet, but you would have to make it so censored that the chances of that leaking into like what everyone usually, it would be so like,
hello China.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, plus if kids, some people are very ahead of their time, right? Like old souls, and I guess that doesn't flood into ambition, I guess. But let's say you have like a very ambitious kid.
Yeah.
And what's freshman year of high school, like 13 or 14 years old, right? Freshman year?
Yeah, something like that.
Through YouTube, that kid could progress through like high school with knowledge and graduate high school in a year.
Yeah.
If he wanted to. It's all there on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Then he could graduate college by the time he's 18 or 19, unless he wanted to do like a med school thing or whatever.
Yeah.
So stripping that from kids would be really fucking sad.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, like the amount of info kids have coming out of high school now, if they just, it's crazy. Like they can know anything about any subject.
If they want it, they can do it.
Yeah, it's wild. Yeah, I changed the alternator in one of my trucks one time just because, like, I just used YouTube, solely used YouTube, and just did it. It's like, what? Yeah, dude, it's wild.
Yeah, dude, something goes wrong with your boat, and you're in the middle of the fucking bay.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, I don't want to call it a tow thing. You watch YouTube for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Probably going to figure it out unless you don't have a tool or something.
But for that specific motor, too.
Exactly,
like
yeah. Model number, type the model number in.
It's wild.
You could probably fucking take a picture of it and upload the image to Google, and I mean,
someone will call
everything.
you. Hey, man.
Mike's Motors.
Yeah. She's got to Venmo me $1.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Shapiro got asked this question. I forget. He was talking about it on something about, he was on a podcast, and someone asked him a really interesting question. Calls it a thought experiment. If you could end the internet today, would you?
Well, I mean, he would be.
So let me ask you that. If
No.
you could end the internet.
Hard no. Absolutely not.
Yeah, I wonder why he didn't say that.
What did he say?
I mean, I know like his response kind of, I guess. Well, he's just like, which is funny because he's pretty polarizing, I guess.
Yeah.
To some people.
I guess. I like him.
I don't think that he is that polarizing, but
Yeah, I
people
don't
want to
either.
fucking kill him and his family for some reason.
Huh. It's because they're Nazis and they don't like Jewish people.
Yeah,
That's
that's definitely what it seems like. But just the classic, like it's very bad and it's very good.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree.
It's poisonous and it's life-saving.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, it's the benefits and the coolness and like the good things that the internet does far, far, far outweighs the bad, like by a long shot, in my opinion. Because like people are gonna do bad things whether the internet exists or not.
Yeah. See, he was saying he thinks the bad outweighs the good right now.
No, he's full of. I don't think so.
I don't really think so either.
There's no way. When the bad starts coming in, when you start moderating and censoring the internet, that's when things get really bad.
For sure.
Because then you have a small group of people that control what a large group of people thinks and like what they see and what they think is reality.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think social media is being lumped into that question of the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what he's talking about. That is bad, bad, bad.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I agree with that. Social media.
But I still don't think that that's worse than the good that comes from everything.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, dude.
Yeah, you can't even, like, I can't even think of anything. There's just so much, like, just the medical knowledge that can be shared instantaneously over the internet. Like, hey, this kid needs a new heart, and then we can know, oh, okay, we got a heart that fits him in California, and he lives in Florida. But you know instantly, so you're like, okay, well, let's keep him alive a little longer, and then there's just so much.
It's so much, yeah.
The instant communication part of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
He was also saying he doesn't think that. What was I just lit? Oh, he's on Full Send podcast. I listened.
Ben
to some of it.
Shapiro was?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, dude, they kill it. They're just funny, younger guys.
Yeah.
Don't ask the most intellectual question, but it's not the stuff. It's like,
Was he wearing his yarmulke?
oh yeah, he don't leave the crib without the yarmulke, dude.
He
He was being super cool. Like he wasn't. They're not. I'm not saying this to any of the Full Send people. Like they're not stupid.
Yeah.
But they're not like very. They're not pulling together a bunch of shit to be like intellectual with him because they're just themselves and they don't try to be that.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like natural. But they do know to push buttons and they have balls. Like Kyle, like the head of Nelk.
Is he the
He's like the main
darker one?
Yeah, prank video guy.
Yeah, okay.
They had OJ on 2 weeks ago, and he wasn't gonna do it. Like asked the question, but he finally did. Pretty much like, did you do it? You know?
What did OJ say?
And OJ's people had specifically said,
don't ask that question.
he'll do this, but you can't ask that question.
Yeah.
And he had to, you know.
Yeah.
He fucking had to do it.
They can't.
I would have been like, I don't know if I could do it.
Yeah. No, I
You
could
do it. Like, walk
There's
through.
no way I could have done it. No.
He asked it in a very like chill way. Though.
Yeah. What'd he say?
He's just like, I'm not gonna talk about that.
Nice.
Yeah. Which is a smart thing.
You don't even have. We all know. You don't have to ask the guy.
Right. Yeah, but the Nelk fans would have been very let down. It's like,
Yeah.
what, you fucking go to random people's houses, almost get your ass beat. You want to ask this old dude if he murdered someone?
Yeah. Gosh. Yeah, I need to watch more of that. I haven't watched many of their episodes, but I know there's one guy on the podcast that I think is hilarious. He's like the short little white kid.
Steiny?
Is he always kind of wearing a hat, maybe? Dude, that kid's hilarious.
Yes, he is.
He's always crack up.
Steiny is absolutely hilarious.
He doesn't even have to say anything, just his face. Like when the camera cuts to him, I'm just like, damn, that's a funny kid. Right
Yeah, dude. And he kills it. So, you know, he was Steve Wilduit's assistant.
Okay.
So he was first Bob Menery's assistant.
Who's that?
So Bob Menery is the guy who does the funny commentary where there will be like a football play.
Okay.
And he has a perfect commentator voice.
Yeah.
Be like, he was smoking crack the night.
Nice.
I can't do it at all. But he became super famous from that.
Okay.
Steiny got linked up with him and was his personal assistant for a couple years, maybe, living in California. They all were friends with Dana White and stuff. And at the beginning of the shit, they flew over to Dubai with all the fighters. It's just them and the fighters.
Yeah.
And they're watching UFC. It's like
When they were on the Fight Island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bob had a panic attack, left in 18 hours, flew back to the U.S. from Dubai. And then Steiny was hanging out with the Nelk boys and was like, Steve asked for a cigarette and he like pulled a cigarette. He just happened to have a pack and like lit it for him and all this stuff. And then it turned into him becoming Steve's assistant. And then
that's cool.
Steve became like one of the craziest YouTubers of all time. And Steiny was a huge part of it. Ended up pissing Steve off because he started appearing on a couple of the Nelk Boy or Full Send podcasts, which Bob Menery was a part of. Fucked up, kind of got fired, and then Steiny essentially like took his place as a permanent spot.
Interesting. Nice. I'm glad he did. He's really funny.
Yeah, he is.
He deserves it.
And he asked some of the best questions too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Actually,
it's very entertaining.
One of the few clips I ever saw of Andrew Tate was him like making fun of Steiny for something. I forgot what it was. It was really funny,
they went
though.
to his house in Dubai.
To Andrew
Tate's house in Dubai. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, that's probably where they were then.
And Romania.
Yeah.
They went to see him 2 times.
Okay. That's cool. Yeah. Steiny should have his own podcast. I'm saying it here. He's so funny.
Yeah, dude, he's cool. He is very cool. What was I gonna? So you know the comedian, Indian comedian, or sorry, Pakistani. Come on, fuck,
I don't know.
dude. I gotta. Sorry.
Yeah, the amount of Pakistani comedians that I know is 0. Golly.
Oh baby. This was just it popped in my head on the thought of like going to do an interview and your manager and stuff is telling the interviewer he's old, he's so ready to do this, he's so excited to do this, he couldn't wait to meet you and do this. You can't ask this and this though.
Yeah.
It's just like fuck.
Yeah, that's
Of course, it's the juiciest stuff,
Mm-hmm.
which is funny when you see this because
what
it's
everyone
about
wants to know
juice.
about Jews.
No,
The
juice.
juiciest.
Juice. Kumail Nanjiani.
Okay.
So he's a Pakistani comic who was in Stuber with Dave Bautista, the comedy. He's the Uber driver.
Okay. Yeah.
So he's a very successful comedian that got into serious movies.
Yeah.
Were you aware that he got completely jacked?
No.
So like big time to where he could play superhero roles.
Really?
Oh yeah, like crazy. And Joe was talking about, I had just watched the podcast and Joe was talking about it to another guy. And he's like, Joe Rogan, sorry.
Okay.
Was talking to this other guy on his podcast. It's saying, my friend did a podcast with this guy and Joe was doing a podcast with More Plates, More Dates. Derek from More Plates, More Dates.
Yeah.
It was a lot about steroids, testosterone, lifting, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
They were talking about Liver King coming out and saying that he lied, all of this shit, yada, yada, yada. And he was saying, yeah, my buddy just did a podcast and the guy he was interviewing said, you can't ask me about steroids, but I'll do anything else. And he's like a fellow comic.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, actors just do that, even though everyone knows.
Huh.
You can't do what they're doing in the amount of months that they're doing it in.
Yeah.
Why do they think that it's frowned? It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. What's the stigma? Like, why is there such a big stigma on it? That's your job.
Yeah.
When you're an act, you know.
You're getting paid millions. Fucking risk it a bit.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Swell your heart for a few months.
exactly.
They always
yeah.
come back down. They don't stay forever.
I was gonna say, like, you're risking it, but you're also risking it going to the gym. Like, if you know what I mean, like if you do it the right way, it's fine. You're gonna be fine if you do it the right way.
And if it's not long term.
Yeah. Because I mean, there's stuff people do all the time. People freaking take, dude, diet pills. Are you kidding me?
Dude.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
I'm going to show you a picture of him. Transformation style.
Batista.
The most frustrating one, though. So it's weird that they don't come and flat out and say it, right? Like, you don't have to say what you did exactly down to the milligram and all of that shit. Like, I did this many cc's, but it's like, yeah, I had some help for sure. It's like they want people to think that they didn't work hard.
Yeah.
Because the layman person thinks that you can just inject steroids and you look good in 2 months.
That's probably what it is. Yeah. Honestly, that
it probably is that. Like, it's taking away from their craft or something.
That combined with, like, if it's a recently released movie, you know, like if it's something like from years ago, it's stupid to think you should keep that a secret. But if it's like a recent movie, maybe I could see, like, as a superhero, it could take away from the hero-ness of that superhero if the person playing them cheated to get to look like that. Possibly, but
it's like you weren't born a god. You're turned into a god.
Yeah,
artificial god.
They want you to think this guy just looks like this all the time.
Yeah.
With zero help. Like, yeah.
So with him, it doesn't make me as frustrated because as far as my knowledge goes about him, he's not selling programs like workout programs.
Yeah.
What's really frustrating is Chris Hemsworth. He still denies all steroid usage. Thor.
Oh my god.
Okay, and he has made so much money off this fucking app, this workout app that he created.
Really?
And is literally telling you, if you do this, you will look like me.
Yeah.
Natural.
Yeah.
That's selling a complete fucking lie. That's so fucked.
Yeah, I mean, if you hate Liver King, you should hate Chris Hemsworth just as much then. Whoa.
Yeah.
That's wild. And so you're saying he went on the podcast and said, "Don't ask me about steroids."
Yeah, he's a fellow comic.
Yeah.
He went on Two Bears, One Cave, and he's like, Don't
That's
ask
so
me about
dumb, dude. Anything in your life where you're like, you have to do that. You have to go in and be like, "Hey, before we do this, don't ask me about this." That's probably the first thing you need to talk about.
For sure.
Just get it out of the way, dude. You're gonna feel so much better. Gosh. Yeah, there's.
What you do if you feel better.
Mm-hmm. Did you know that Middle Eastern and like some Mediterranean like men are genetically and like physiologically stronger pound for pound than like any other group of people.
Due to,
I don't know.
it's just a thing.
It's just the genetics. Yeah, they're stronger.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like Greek, and then like Middle Eastern. So like this weird Greek. I don't know what all of
Maybe there's more creatine in goat
Yeah, something.
than beef.
Yeah, they're all super strong.
Have you seen Avatar yet?
No.
Okay, well, 86 that. My client was telling me about this new VR tech that is coming out, I guess, and it's like $2,500.
Yeah.
I couldn't find it, which is sus. But he said that it's 8K
Oh.
per eye, so we're talking 16K.
Yeah, because the Oculus is like 480 maybe.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know what it is.
maybe with like a 30-degree view.
Yeah.
This is apparently going to be 190 degrees
Interesting.
field of view.
So there's, that doesn't make any sense. I guess, yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
Can you see?
Wouldn't it be 180?
Can you kind of see behind you, maybe, because your eye sticks out a little bit? I don't know.
I don't know.
I was trying to
It's
see
just
my
covering
finger
the
over
base.
here. One finger.
I can see it there. That's not behind my head.
Yeah. Who knows?
But yeah, so we'll see with that.
That's cool though.
I'm not gonna drop $2,500 on something.
Yeah.
Unless I had a 360 treadmill.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, those are so cool. I wish you could. I would spend $2,500 if it came with one of those.
16K vision
Mm-hmm.
with 190 degree, you literally indiscernible. Like those are your eyes, what you're looking at, or like you were there.
Yeah.
And then you have a 360 degree treadmill fully strapped in.
You're in a different world.
I was doing the fucking basketball game that you were playing, the dunking. Dude. I almost fell over like 10 times.
How much fun is that?
It's fun.
You are just cool. That's the best game that I've played yet. Is the basketball one.
It's super fun when you get the shot down.
Oh yeah.
I figured out with the shot, you really have to bend down exaggeratingly.
Really?
To go up, and it's a perfect shot every time.
That makes sense.
It goes with the legs. Like it needs you to bend down, so it's like a proper jump shot.
Yeah.
But when you're up close to it doing like a layup, you can just flick the wrist and it'll go.
True. Yeah, because I was.
But when you're shooting a free throw or three, you got to fucking full follow through and everything.
That's sick.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, that was cool.
We'll play that in like 10 minutes.
Yep.
And we got to figure out how to put it on the fucking TV, dude.
I know. I think it'll work in this one, maybe.
Yeah, we can try it.
figure
We
it
should be able to hardwire it too.
Yeah. It's HDMI.
Oh, shit. Did you see the situation with the Detroit killings?
No. Do we have another serial killer?
Yeah. Apparently it's like it is pretty mimicky to the Ted Bundy situation at FSU. Where he just went into a dorm room and fucked people up.
Oh, this guy's going into the dorm room?
So this guy went into Here's the headline. Wrote it down. A grad student at a nearby school is arrested in the killings of 4 University of Idaho students. So he just walked up into this house, killed 3 girls and a dude.
Wow.
Just stabbed them to death. And there's like there was so much blood. There's pictures of outside of the house, and it was seeping out of the house.
Whoa.
Down the side of the walls and stuff. And they just got him today, I think.
Oh, they got him?
Yesterday. Yeah, they just got him.
Not dang, but, you know.
Dang!
Well, I was thinking we had whenever there's one afoot,
Right.
there's that feeling, you know?
Yeah, young guy. His name is Brian Koberger. 28 years old. Charged with 4 counts of murder in the first degree, as well as a felony burglary. It was filed Thursday. Latah County prosecutor Bill Thompson said in a news conference Friday afternoon in Idaho.
It's always funny to me when when they catch someone doing something like horrible like this, but then they stack on those minor. They have to stack on like the minor criminal things.
Right, they got to cover it all. You got to treat everyone equal here.
Yeah, it's so
He broke down
funny.
that door.
Yeah,
And he's going to have to pay for that.
he's got to pay for the door. The landlord is not going to be happy if he doesn't have to pay for that fucking door. So,
Oh, that's so
It's-
fucking... This isn't funny. That is funny.
God.
He's going to have to pay for that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's...
No, yeah.
You act like he didn't break the door down.
Yeah,
you act like he didn't break that window.
Yeah. So much for a security deposit. The tenants ain't paying for it.
Yeah, absolutely not. Man, that's bad.
Golly.
They got him, though. That's good that they got him.
It was good they got him.
Fuck that dude.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, the serial killer? Yeah, fuck him.
Just to make it clear.
Yeah.
We
don't like killers.
We don't like that guy. We don't like that guy at all. I'm about ready to move into allegedly. If you want to come at me with something first, though,
I got a couple things. Nothing's really that important. That's stupid. Egg-laying chickens are just machines that turn bugs into eggs. I don't know why I wrote that down. Oh, yeah. I want to talk about someone that gets a lot of hate, and I've even hated on them before, but I like them. I do like them, and I think they're really good at what they do. Tom Cruise. I like Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
I watched a couple recent interviews with him. I think he's solid.
You think he's a stand-up guy?
I can put the Scientology behind me. You know, everyone's got their thing. You know, Scientology, I know they've got their weird stuff they've been accused of. I don't know. Just because
it's allegedly.
It's allegedly. And just because people do crazy things that he associates with doesn't mean that he does crazy things.
Right.
Yeah. I like Tom Cruise.
I'd hop in that boat with you.
You know? I think he's got some good movies. He's good at what he does.
Definitely is good at what he does. It has some good movies.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I watched something, but it was like I think he was training for the new Mission Impossible or something, but he's training like 50, 60 hours a week doing stuff that he could die doing, and he's like training to do this shit just so that you can just be entertained for a minute. I'm like, damn, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's pretty much
And make $40 million.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
But I like Tom Cruise. I wanted to say that.
Has he been getting more flack recently again?
I don't think so. No. I just remember for a little while though, there was like, he was really going through, like people were just shitting on him.
Yeah, there was a video of him freaking out on the like crew of a movie set also.
Oh,
and
wait.
People were,
when the shit
people
went
were
down.
like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when the shit went down.
Yeah. I do remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, what was it about? I'm not going to.
No, yeah.
I don't want to get blooped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we've been doing good.
Yeah. You got to stop. You got to think about
shit.
it. Mm-hmm.
Y'all know what this shit is.
Mm-hmm. We're getting better at this.
I'm with the shit.
That's old news anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck. Still coming out with new shit.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, what the fuck?
I know.
Fuck off.
Gosh.
Jesus Christ.
Get your updated one.
Yep.
All right.
Allegedly. Vacuum cleaners were originally horse-drawn.
No, that's allegedly.
Allegedly?
Yep, I don't like that one. It doesn't make any sense. Okay. Wait. Oh, hey, honey, we're gonna clean the room. We're gonna clean the bedroom today. Go out back and bring the horse in here.
Heavy?
Heavy?
Heavy machinery, maybe?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm going allegedly.
Okay.
I do want to put a pin in that though, and figure that out.
Okay. You ready for the next one?
Mm-hmm.
Bubble wrap was originally intended to be wallpaper.
Not allegedly.
Not allegedly. I like
cool.
the shit out of that one.
Yeah, that would be really cool, actually.
The majority of people in Iceland believe in elves.
You know, I would say allegedly to that, but a very close friend of ours just got back from Iceland, Taylor.
Yeah.
And
They thought he was an elf? Because he's magical, not because he's short.
Oh, yeah. He said every.
That wasn't meant to be a stain. Elves are magical, right?
They are, yeah.
Yeah.
Every gas station had a glizzy station, but not like a normal glizzy station. We're talking about fresh sauerkraut, chili, cheese, relish, fresh, like huge, like a glizzy like bar. All of them, every gas station, and people come in there and eat 2-3 glizzies a day. Like everyone eats hot dogs there.
El dente glizzies.
Yeah, Iceland is the land of hot dogs. Like, but he said it was insane. Like, it was ridiculous how many hot dogs they have there.
And elves like hot dogs?
No, if you're silly enough to eat that many hot dogs, you're probably silly enough to believe elves exist.
Oh.
Yeah, that's where I was going with it. Sorry, I should have elaborated.
That's okay.
But yeah, that's so I'm gonna say not allegedly.
Okay. I'm good with that.
Or they do exist only in Iceland.
Right.
It's pretty. It's an island.
They like green pastures.
Mm-hmm. Which is weird.
Yeah, that
whole
backwards
thing.
ass shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of cool now.
I do like it. I like that.
All right. The Russians arrived 12 days late to the 1908 Olympics because they were using the wrong calendar.
Oh, that's not allegedly. I believe that. How many days?
Or they all passed out from the amount of steroids they were taking,
Yeah, for real.
and they were in a 12-day coma.
Yeah, you said 1908, right?
Yeah.
There's another benefit of the internet that would never have happened
Right.
had they had the internet.
Absolutely. Almost 163,000 pints of Guinness are wasted in facial hair each year.
Oh, that's disgusting,
And
dude.
not allegedly as fuck.
Yeah. How many pints did you say?
163,000.
Wow. I believe it.
Absolutely. It's instant stash.
Yeah. Oh, it's all. Yeah. Yeah, I get it all over my huge stash. No, I believe it. Ugh.
The electric.
Did you see that State Farm commercial where it's like you don't because they're like bragging about not needing a lot of information to give you insurance, and there's one of them where it's like you don't have to overshare, and one of them it's this like dude with like he's like with the black Jake. They got rid of the white Jake, now it's black Jake.
Yeah.
It's black Jake and then this guy with a beard, and they're sitting there talking, and they have like they're eating or something, and then at the end of it he like takes his beard and he's like, you know, I really like to smell my beard at the end of a long meal, and he just dude, it gets me. I'm like, I don't know what about that. I'm just like, oh no, dude. Like it's almost like what's the word I'm looking. Like when something's just like overly sexual in your face, like just so like graphic. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that for me.
Right.
I don't know. It's just like, oh, dude.
No, yeah.
It's too much
I feel that.
for an insurance commercial.
It's an attention grabber. You're going to be like, damn,
It is.
what was that commercial again?
It worked because
Yeah.
we're sitting here talking about it.
Absolutely. They know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, they do.
Absolutely. Okay. The electric chair was invented by a dentist.
I want to say allegedly.
Dr. Zaps.
Yeah, come on in. Take a seat.
Okay. Allegedly, you said?
Allegedly,
Okay.
yeah. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't like it.
A human could swim through a blue whale's veins.
Yeah, not allegedly.
Not allegedly.
I've heard that one. Which is that would be cool.
But they can't swallow you.
yeah.
Remember?
Mm-hmm. That would be
Interesting.
imagine scuba diving and then like they make like a slit in the jugular vein of a blue whale or something, and you got a light.
Do you think if you shit in there, they get blood poisoning?
Probably not. A blue whale? I bet they would be fine.
Resilient.
They're
guys.
so big. That's just a little bit. That's a little toot.
A little
Just a little tooter floating around in there. Jeez.
Okay.
Have you
Go
ever
ahead.
heard of a game called Iron? Is it
Shit in the veins.
Close.
That's when you miss a shot.
Uh-huh.
In basketball. You got shit veins.
Shit, man, boy. I think it's called Iron Lung, but it's like apparently one of the scariest video games ever made. Like everyone agrees like this is terrifying. And it's not even that like it's like it looks like you're playing like not Tetris, but it's like pixelated like that. Like it's not super detailed, but the premise of the game is that humanity is like thousands of years in the future, and like the Earth is about to be destroyed, or it was destroyed, and we're looking for like something to help save stuff. But you're a prisoner, and they send you in a spaceship to this planet, and they're sending you to go explore other planets so we can see where we can go. That's what it is. And you're in this like submarine thing, but the entire planet is just a giant sea of blood, like the whole thing, and it's all blood, and they don't know why. And so you're in this submarine, like thousands of feet deep in this sea of blood, and there's no windows, so you can only see, like, you can scan and see like a really shitty image of what's outside of your submarine. And so you're just like creeping along, and like you'll scan, and it's just like every once in a while, something will be there. It's so.
What is that game on?
I think Steam. It's probably like $4, dude. It's like a really short, like nothing crazy. Some kid, like one person made it, but it's like.
I wonder if you could get it for VR.
Oh, that would be cool.
It would. If it's scary, it would be scarier.
Yeah. I've watched people play it like all the way through on YouTube, and it's scary. It's just the premise of it is like it's just creepy the way they did it. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah,
because you can't see. You're in this tiny little thing. You can just scan and see what's outside, and stuff will like be hitting the thing.
Right.
It's cool.
Huh. Okay. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
I've got 5 left.
Nice.
A 155-year-old mousetrap successfully caught a mouse in 2016. Must not be by the sea.
Yeah, for real. Wait, was it set the whole time?
Yeah.
Whoa. That's pretty cool. Not allegedly. I like that one.
Yeah, me too. Sumo wrestlers make babies cry for good luck.
No, that's not allegedly. Of course they do.
That's the truest thing.
That's why they're all so lucky. They're scary motherfuckers.
Absolutely.
Every baby that sees them's going to cry.
Someone tried to sell New Zealand on eBay.
Not allegedly at all, dude. That's genius.
That is absolutely genius.
13 pounds.
Yeah, I wonder what the first bid was. Bumblebees can fly higher than Mount Everest.
Whoa. I'm going to say allegedly because I don't believe that.
Oh, okay. I'm going not allegedly.
Why would they need to do that? Or like what? Huh.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely don't need to.
That's weird. I didn't know that.
And I wonder, let's say this is not allegedly and someone has witnessed this.
Mm-hmm. Could you imagine?
Do they, when they say can, that just means they got to make it there.
Yeah.
But I wonder if they can make it back.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they just stop flapping. It'll take them a little bit. I wonder if that's based on we have found a bumblebee at the top of Mount Everest kind of situation, like we've seen them, or if it's like a math thing.
Right.
Like they have the ability to do it.
Right.
Because you would think, like, yeah, no, I think it probably if you took a bumblebee colony, put them on top of Mount Everest, they could fly. I don't think there's any way. There's no way it would have enough energy. Like it couldn't eat enough honey or whatever it eats, pollen, to go from sea level to Mount Everest. Like, you know how much energy that would take, the poor
Dude,
thing?
if they're enough of a pleaser and that queen said,
yeah, get up there.
we're going to need you to take a trip or you ain't coming back to mama.
Mm-hmm. Bring mama some rocks.
Speaking of the queen owns all of the swans in England. I guess I should say the queen owned.
Yeah. Not allegedly.
And I wonder how the swans feel now.
Yeah, the mama's gone. Queen bee has left the chat.
Yeah.
There's some weird. We've talked about the royal family quite a bit on here. It's just so weird. The whole thing, dude. It's because I think it's because we have absolutely nothing to equate to that.
Right. That's
Not-
what I was just gonna add to that. Is it wouldn't be weird if we lived there?
Yeah. Like we had. There's,
Well, maybe some people think it's weird there.
I'm sure. Yeah. It's like we'll be all they all over there in America. Yeah. What would if we were to have an equivalent? What would it be? Or like what would it look like? You wouldn't.
It couldn't because everything's term based.
Yeah. It would have to be like if like George Washington and Thomas Jefferson, they had a bunch of kids and I don't know, and
They all became president in succession.
yeah, and then they found the lineage or what I don't know.
Right.
Maybe.
Started banging each other.
Hung
We
out.
just don't like incest as much as they do, so it could never happen for us.
That's true. That's a good
I
point.
mean, we do other fucked up shit, but specifically not that one as much
Yeah. We
for
do.
whatever reason. It exists.
Oh yeah. It's weird.
Well, on that note, thank you guys for watching the episode. We are twice a week.
Let's have a chat.